Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk About Houses. I'm Todd.
I'm Oana.
As you can see, we have the crystal ball, which just died.
I swear, this thing.
What the hell?
I don't know. We're not going to play with it.
Come on, let's try it one more time.
Okay.
Hey, we got it working again.
Okay.
Okay. All right. If this goes out again, the market will crash. And if it doesn't go out, the market will be very happy.
And if it changes to red or green or blue,
oh my God, it's red. How did that happen? What do the colors mean?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, what we have for you is a market update for Las Vegas.
Yes.
It's a weekly update. We do these every week. Okay, we'll just start here. Market Action Index, 45. It's been 45 for like 3 weeks.
It has.
It says strong seller's market. What below it, this is what it says. In the last few weeks, the market has achieved a relatively stasis point in terms of sales to inventory, and which it absolutely has. However, inventory is sufficiently low to keep us in the seller's market zone. So when watch changes in the market action index, if the market heats up, prices are likely to resume an upward climb. But it doesn't know that it's getting ready to get into the summer and fall. For the next 4 months, it'll just kind of slow down.
Right. It doesn't know that. But what we do know is that homes are selling. They're selling relatively quickly. They're selling for about 97% list price to sale price, which is really good. So those are things that we do know.
Okay, real-time market profile, the very top one there, median list price, as you can see, Friday, February 24th, just a few months ago, it was $499.9. It was like that. Now it's more like that. It's $560. So it's 60,000. That's 60,000. It's gone up 60 grand median list price.
There you go.
Price per square foot, as you can see, there's 256. It's up about $7 a foot. And then there's some other stuff in there. It's pretty cool. You saw inventory. It went down for like 28 weeks straight, but now it's sort of leveled off. The inventory looks like it's getting super close to a bottom.
Right. We just don't have a lot of homes to sell. So if you're thinking of selling your house, please consider selling that. Please consider our services. We'd love to sell your house for you.
Yeah, we could do some listings.
There are lots of buyers out there who are interested in buying, and there just is not any inventory for them to buy.
Price per square foot. Now remember, the bottom of this chart's not 0. It's 150. So that looks like a massive run up. If you actually expand this out, it just looks pretty benign. We had the adjustment there. Prices are going back up. But what's really interesting is when we break this down into the 4 market segments, that blue line is the top quarter of the market, the luxury market. It's basically the median of this is about 1.4 million. And then those bottom 3 lines is the rest of the market. It's really where all of us are playing, unless you're playing in the top quarter of the market. As you can see, the prices are basically about the same as they were last year. They dropped a little like they do every fall, and they've recovered a bit. So, but remember, there was some froth back then. Actually, this chart is very telling if you take out the top. The market was nothing. It's nothing to get excited about. The other thing I find interesting about this one is I know you have a bunch of data on, we're going to do a whole video on, in every band, the bottom, middle, and top end, whether they're getting loans, cash, all that. Mm-hmm. You would have thought these guys would have got crushed with loans. And if I had showed you this chart and saw the bottom 3 quarters of the market just chugging along and said interest rates are 6.7%, and I told you this 2 years ago, you said, oh my God, that doesn't show that.
Right. So because remember, very few people actually have those high interest rates. Most people either have their homes...
That's interest rates right now.
Yes. Most people either have their homes paid off or they have a sub 4%, most of them sub 3% interest rates. Very few people actually have those high interest rates. They're just the people that have purchased in the last few months. And while I understand your pain and I feel for you, you are a very small segment of the total housing market.
Crystal ball, tell us about median days on the market. Ooh, it went blue. Okay, median days on the market. This is very cyclical, as you can see, but you can see that what's happening is the homes that were on the market that never sold are starting to disappear. Mm-hmm. And then we have a lot of homes transacting relatively quickly. This lags, guys. this lags. So that's why it peaked in like March, because it was looking at like January numbers. So, but this is interesting, the difference between, it's the 7-day average versus the 90-day average.
Right. So the market's moving along.
It's moving along. Market action index here. Boom, it's green according to this. Okay, you see the two humps, 2021, 2022. Super hot markets, like literally super hot. But if you look all the way to the left, it was basically between 55 and 40. And it's 45 now. So it's pretty much returned to normal market, which we said a year ago it would return to a normal market. Well, this is literally a normal market. If you had said 3 or 4 years ago, hey, in 2023, it would be a 45. Like if you'd have told us it would have been 90, we wouldn't have believed you. If you said in 2021, the real estate action index would be 90, we said, no way, that's crazy. But it's 45, that's totally believable, right?
It is believable. It's a normal market, and it's not interesting. However, what do you think is going to happen for our market action index for next weekend? Do you think that it's going to be 45 again? Do you think it's going to be a different number again? Do you think the Golden Knights are going to win on Tuesday?
Yes, Golden Knights.
Go Golden Knights.
That's tomorrow.
Yes.
It's tomorrow. Okay, inventory. And what does the crystal ball think about inventory?
Well, there's not a whole lot of it.
There it is. Okay, I was thinking about it. Okay. Inventory, here's the chart. There's very little of it. Inventory's pretty low. You can see we're almost down to where we were 2021 and 2022. If you look at 2019, we're way. And remember, the little dots is this time exactly each year ago. This is the only year when inventory, the 7-day average is less than 90. So inventory is already going up. If you look at the little dot and where it is, it's already going up, The only weird one was July of 2020 or June of 2020, when it started going down again, because nobody wanted to sell their house because everyone's stuck in place, but people were getting out of cities trying to buy houses. So that's what caused that. That was COVID. And actually, this chart, from just a chart point of view, if I were to have shown somebody this chart, completely not telling them what was going on in the world, they would have said, what the hell happened here? Like, why did inventory start? It never would decline almost straight line from July to July a year later. Like, what? It should be rising. Like 99% of the time, we'll have more inventory in October, November. Why is this going down?
Right. And it's, this is an anomaly. Just like we had an anomaly last year as far as home prices, we have an anomaly now as far as inventory. So, and kind of keep that in mind as we go forward. Lessons of the past are worth remembering, but they're not always applicable every time.
Okay, Oana, what's your prediction? Fall next year, where are we in the cycle?
Fall of next year, I think, is going to be much more normal, and I hate to say that, but I think we're going to have regular inventory, regular interest rates. I think by the fall of next year, we're going to be looking at interest rates somewhere in the 5s, which is going to be a much welcome relief to a lot of people. I think that sellers will be getting off the fence. I think we'll have people doing more transactions. I think we'll have more inventory from which to choose for buyers. I think it'll be better.
I think if interest rates go to 5, there's going to be a ton of pent-up demand. And, we definitely need to see more people flood into their homes flood onto the market. Right. We don't need more buyers, guys. We need those listings. We need you to call us if you're going to sell.
Right.
But wanting to buy a house here is pretty much a painful process. We've been trying to buy a house, investment house, and we've also been trying to buy a second home, vacation home in other markets. It's super painful. And it's not super painful necessarily because interest rates are high. It's super painful because anything that's decent gets multiple offers, and and anything else when you try to offer a reasonable amount, But I think my prediction is it's going to be just sort of a blasé for the next 6 months to a year, and then after that, we're good to go. I think the chance of recession is so low right now The Fed is probably almost done with interest rate hikes. They may have one or two small ones. I think they're just going to sit on it. I think the problem actually we could have is international funds flooding back in with a ton of cash. Sovereign wealth funds have a ton of cash, like almost a trillion, probably trillions of dollars. Mm-hmm. And just to give you an idea, 2.3 trillion is what was transacted in the last 12 months in the U.S., just residential real estate. So they would move the needle if they showed up and said, we're going to start buying homes in the U.S. because they're relatively cheap compared to the rest of the world.
Right. So those are interesting things to keep in mind. Tell us what you think is going to happen with the Golden Knights on Tuesday.
Golden Knights?
Yes, this is what's
3-1.
important.
They're up 3 games to 1.
This is what's important here. So do you think that they're going to win? Give us your score predictions. We want to hear from you. If you are not a Golden Knights fan, if you don't know what the Golden Knights are, should we tell them?
No, they know. Everyone knows
Okay.
what the Golden Knights are.
Okay, well, the Golden Knights are Las Vegas's NHL team. So we have a hockey team. I know it's 100 plus degrees here in the summertime, but we still have an NHL hockey team, and it happens to be awesome. And they're in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Finals.
In the finals. Yeah. And so we're wishing them well on Tuesday. Please wish them well with us. Please leave us comments. Tell us what's going on in your market. Tell us your prediction for the real estate market. Tell us your prediction for the Golden Knights. We want to hear from you. Please be nice to one another in the comments. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, share the video. Give me feedback on my globe over here.
Globe. The globe of knowledge. It's
Yes.
the +1 globe of knowledge.
Yes. This is so much more high tech than the Goldman Sachs spinner thing.
The spinner, Goldman Sachs spinny that they used to predict the
Yes.
recession is ridiculous. We're going to do a video just with that.
There you go. So we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.